As you know, this is the Huntington Beach Rec Center, or as I always call it, Old Man Cherry. Super fun. Lots of changes though. I mean, aside from the fact that we got this pole jam here, which is just like an Element 1, and a box here that someone built that looks kind of fun. A bunch of other random stuff got added, and I don't know how to feel about one obstacle in particular. So, pole jam, kind of cool, kind of gnarly actually. Definitely favors people who are goosey footed. The little flat part kind of messes with my head. It's like the exact mellowness, so it's not going to launch you that much as you have to rely on like just speed. Like you're not going to be able to like bash and float. It's kind of like not much of a pole jam, more of a ride-on grind gap. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Would you do it?
What's up, YouTube?
Don't look at that.
Pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's pretty buck. We were talking about it'd be less scary to go into, like olling into it, because it's so mellow.
The gap afterwards for like a regular footer is pretty buck. But I mean, if you're goofy footed or if you're a switch jammer guy,
don't come here and skate this.
Yeah.
And then, what about what? What do you got? Oh yeah, here's the obstacle. Okay, aside from the fact that thing's gnarly, please explain this to me.
Yeah, I don't get that. It's kind of like...
It's kind of a bit much. I don't know. Like, I don't know if... Because here's my issue with it. This is the city's property. Like, it's not like they brought their own bench. I don't know what they didn't listen about. But it seems like they're letting us get away with a lot of stuff. Because, look, this has been, like, extended on. Like, now there's a channel. It grinds real far. It's really sick. I just asked some of the locals what happened. And basically, they set it up, and then the city came and complained on Go Skate Day. So that's what all this stuff is from, is Go Skate Day. Ooh, the thing's actually kind of buck though, because the ramp's not real wide. So you kind of have to suicide grind it. Watch, if you don't know what that means, it means you go straight over the back. So that tail slide you're popping from here, it's kind of blunt slidey.
Yeah, suicide.
Yeah, not a fan. Could you 50-50 it? I know, right? We got this random rail too. I mean, you don't have to do it. I'm just saying it's there.
It's there for sure.
I mean, it exists. That's what's good about tail slides is you're like over here away from getting tangled. You got me on what? A line? Okay. I like lines. Ooh, that left the ground. Redo. I like it. Oh, you won't? Oh! We both watched and waxed the shit out of that and just forgot completely. The old play it where it lies game? Yeah.
My favorite game.
Front shot, back feet, flat bar. It's one of my favorite tricks you do. I feel like that's one of those tricks where people just front shove at the rail and whatever one they get into, but Cody always calls which one he's doing. Yeah, he was just saying he hasn't tried any actual grinds or anything over yet because he thinks it might stick. It is chalky for sure. They clear coated it for Go Skate Day, but we're so 50.
Just 5-0 or something?
Yeah, 5-0 is probably the safest.
I'm more comfy with 5-0s than 50s.
I agree.
I don't know how your YouTube collection feels, but
I think with coping and stuff like that, it's less friction, so it's easier to push hard.
yeah, for some reason, I think being up too, you're already like, oh, okay, I can
come in anytime. There's nothing to really unlock.
Feels pretty good right here.
Oh, she blunts. She blunts. She blunts.
Better than 50.
Oh,
Or 5-0.
baby.
On the flat bar.
Yeah.
Today's skater's something nice. Don't mind if I do.
Oh, wow. It's actually kind of scary. Yep. Yes. It's got like a couple little lips in it. Nothing too crazy. This one kind of bounces you a little weird, but you can kind of push right through it. Even when I'm not using it, my board's put in work. Look at that tripod, homie.
All right, Happy Gilmore, play it where it lies. Wow. And yep, that's a trick.
That was awful.
I like how as soon as I hit record, the clinic started.
They came here earlier and absolutely slathered that curb with wax. And both him and me have had our feet touch it like briefly. And now my shoe is permanently made of wax on the bottom. It's so terrible.
Ooh, I like that one. That's a hard one.
Gross in it. I can't, like, my feet are sliding everywhere.
Wait, also you forgot to mention, after he soaked that curb in wax, he just left.
He was doing, what was weird was he waxed it from both sides, but then he did a bunch of going like really fast 50-50, so he was literally like, I'm gonna make this 50-50 as gnarly as possible, and then just grinded the shit out of it. It was sick. It's just scary for me. Hey! There's no friction.
I was skating this obstacle earlier. This one's like the best obstacle in the park. No skating.
It says skateboard park. No friction whatsoever. Like it's literally just pure wax.
We're out here at Dan Corrigan Fest. Everybody's stoked.
It's just a bunch of people doing Towns Van Zandt covers.
Oh, and the Smiths.
Which crookie grabber? Ooh. He's candy.
All right, I got a challenge for you.
What is it?
Hit every obstacle in the park.
No line.
Yeah, in one line. Just easy tricks,
Just do them all.
just whatever you got. It can even be, you can even trick repeat.
like half cab nose manual and pretzel out instead of just keeping the spin, and then do half cab people. I feel like it makes more sense.
I'm curious to see. That rail too.
Oh shit, you're right.
And now the cornhole set is an obstacle on the course.
There's not a lot of obstacles here, but it feels like there's so many when you try to hit them all.
Oh yeah.
It feels infinite.
Well, there used to only be 5. That would have been insane. Just remember, it was my idea to put you to this torture.
Thanks, man. You're so good to me.
On the crook!
By the time I get to that stupid crook, I have like no energy. And after that, there's still 1, 2, 3 more tricks.
And it's like it's the tallest obstacle you're hopping on. So yeah, let's save that for last.
The fact that it's an angled bench probably doesn't affect my crook, but in my head, I'm like, it's making me pinch wrong. The trick that I'm most worried about is I have to do something on this. And like a part of me wants to be cheap and like just like pivot to taking the bottom part like this. Like,
That doesn't count though.
I gotta hit the parking block.
You gotta hit every obstacle.
That's part of it.
I got a Mountain Dew on this try.
This one?
Yeah, a 2-liter actually, ice cold.
I'm just gonna try the tri-less time. I think it's gonna make it a little bit easier. I mean,
That was crazy. You did like a foot plant on it. That was insane. It was like a dog pisser foot plant.
that's what I was trying the whole time. What did you think I was trying? Tail blunt? Oh, no, I don't do those. What you got on the dog piss plants, dude?
I don't think that's an NBD.
I hope not. I've actually accidentally done the trick a lot, trying to do tail blocks on like steep stuff. Or sometimes, like sometimes when I try to on like pool coping, it'll lock my back truck, so I end up accidentally doing that. There you go. Oh, dude. Those two obstacles don't count. They're not actually permanently part of the park. I didn't even notice those for right now.
Those don't count.
Comment down below about how they don't count.
Somebody brought those from home. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking about
Permanent.
concreted in here.
Yeah, and we're deciding that now.
Actually,
What? What did I
you
miss?
missed one. But
What did I miss?
that new pole jam over there.
That's not. That is concreted in, huh?
Yeah.
Well, okay, we gotta find out a rule that excludes all the things that I didn't hit.
But honestly, I don't even want to see you try to hit that.
Yeah,
I'm scared for your life.
I don't want to try to hit it either. That's how you skate it. Oh! That was kind of gnarly. Randomly goes with this skate park, so I'm gonna get some bow flips. Some people know him from Eastbound and Down, but if you're a true G, you know that he has done a lot for South Carolina's skate scene with building skate parks, and he even had his own park.
Oh shit, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Take your time. Yeah.
Fucking stumbled off in here.
That was sick. I knew that was going to be the one you did too, because you had the confidence rolling up. I saw it in your eyes.
Yeah, I finally breathed for once. Took an inhale. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and people don't realize how much breathing is a part of skateboarding. Okay, Bo's out here inventing tricks. The front side under crook. So he was trying to figure out how to get into side and front crooks earlier, and I told him about the S, where like, and I swear this is like super important. I tell everyone this. So to do it, you got to curve out heel side, curve in toe side, then curve out heel side again to get into it. You need to have this weird out, in, out to do it. Otherwise, you'll just keep slipping into front nose. That's how it works for me. And almost every single person that I told that to, they figure it out like in the next couple tries. The front side under crook. You're the only skater in the world who has ever properly pinched a front crook and kept your back wheels on the ground. So I was trying to get some of the full story about what's up with that bench from the locals, but I wasn't really getting too much. No one there really seemed to know exactly what was up. But basically, they took that bench and then they bolted it into the ground right there for Go Skateboarding Day. And then I guess the city came and saw that and were like, hey, this isn't cool. We're going to move this. And then someone wrote that sign like, hey, you didn't listen to us. Just leave it. So, I mean, obviously, like that bench is not theirs to put there. The bench is technically a part of the park, though. It's kind of like looking a gift horse in the mouth where it's like the city finally gives you a skate park and everyone seems to really like this skate park. There's, you know, obviously complaints about this park as there is with every park. Most of the complaints I hear about the ground, though, and I love the ground here. And there's also talk of extending the skate park. I just feel like now's not the best time to try to mess with them. And who knows, maybe they canceled the skate park and maybe this is them rebelling or whatever. They seem to be like letting it go a little bit with like the DIY stuff here and like letting people build stuff. I don't know if that's like because they haven't gotten around to taking it out or not. Hopefully they let people to continue to do this, but I would never pick a fight with the city for like a skate park in general, just because they're just going to screw you. I've seen legitimately like skate parks that were like, they were pretty cool with it. And then some drama happened, whether it was over graffiti or bringing stuff there, and they like make it a helmet skate park. That happened to a local skate park in Maryland that I used to go to. Kind of crazy. Like it was like, it used to be a helmet park, and then it got like really cool, and then someone got kind of lippy with someone there, and then they made the helmet rule again. I don't have a problem with people coming here and trying to build stuff, but maybe don't try to push back too hard, because we had that happen at Cherry where people will come leave stuff or build stuff, and it'll last a little bit, and then it'll get taken out. One of the exceptions is there's like a up and across rail that Corrigan came and built there, but he like went through the city to do it. He was like, hey, I want to add to the skate park. And they gave him the okay, and then he went and did it. But I don't know, this skate park has like a DIY vibe, even though it was like made by the city or they hired a skate park company to do it. So I think it's fine that people do DIY stuff here. Maybe they'll allow it a little bit more, like some professionally made stuff and then some DIY stuff. I don't know. It'd be cool if they let that happen. I don't know. Let me know what you think, because maybe you know more about what's going on here than I do. I would also think it would be like totally fine if it like wasn't a bench that they like pulled out from this park. Like if it was just like a random bench that someone built or something like that. I will say this though, putting the bench in the skate park absolutely will get more use in the skate park than it ever would outside of the skate park, because the bench came from where there was no shade, and no one was sitting in that bench. So here's the update. The day after I filmed that video, they came and tore everything out. Everything that the city didn't build themselves or have like whatever skate park builders build for them got ripped out. The quarter pipe stuff that was there with like over the channel, that was there for a while. Kyle and some other guys that I know like just kind of DIY'd it, and they did a really good job. It looked pretty. I could see maybe the city being a little bit more okay with that because it really looked like it belonged, and it looked pretty professional. And I'm not saying that like the city came and saw that sign and saw the bench and were like, oh, like this is the final straw, and that they were going to let the quarter pipe sit forever. I'm not saying that at all. But I do imagine that there's a little bit of fuel in the fire where they see like their city bench there, and then on top of that, there's a sign being like, don't mess with us. I could be wrong. That could have had no effect. They could have just been planning to tear it all out that day. But it seems a little suspicious. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? I like, hearing everyone else's opinion on this stuff, because I just have my one angle and the one lens that I look at the world through. So by all means, chime in. And like, I get the whole like skater rebellion thing, but like, I don't know. I just thought it was a little silly. I'm going to miss that quarter pipe. It was built so good and it was so fun. It's been a while since all that happened, and the skate park hasn't had anything added to it. And I'm also not sure if they're still extending the park or not. I saw them cleaning out a bunch of stuff like on the other side of it. So maybe that's happening. Maybe it's not. We'll see.